Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Hope everybody is swell today. As no one's asked in the chats already, no, this will not be showing gameplay. You will not be able to find actual match gameplay anywhere on YouTube. It ain't going to happen. It's just to let you guys know, excuse me, beforehand, it's very unlikely you'll ever find actual gameplay anywhere on YouTube. So, just so you guys are aware. But I hope everyone's well. There's a poll in the live stream chat. Get your votes in. Let me know who you think's going to win this one. I can go through some of the notes that I've made for my predictions video. 19 votes, 89% say the Panthers are going to win this one. 20 votes now, 90%. I can't see the Bulldogs winning this one in the slightest. If they do, I'll be livid. Well, if they play well, fair enough. I actually want the Bulldogs to do well this year, but if somehow they win and the Panthers are just off it today, then I don't understand how to predict games in the future. I just don't get it. The next 5 games for the Panthers, actually: Bulldogs, Dolphins, Knights, Seagulls, Raiders. I was about to say all winnable, but obviously. But I don't think there's anyone there that troubles them. Maybe the Knights. Seagulls, if they stay on form. Raiders have a team that could do it, but I think they need Timko back in as well. If you guys have any exact score predictions, get them in the live stream chat as well. But team list is up on screen. I'll do a quick run through now, and then one more before we get started in about 12-13 minutes time. So let's go through the team list. In the backs for the Bulldogs, they have Tracy, Kiraz, Tuala, Cherry, Montoya, Burton and Galvin. The forwards include King, Hayward, Hughes, Kickow, Preston and Salmon. The bench is Mann, Tupanua, Hayes, Turpin, Hopoi and Rinakama. Head coach, Cameron Ciraldo. In the backs of the Panthers, they have Edwards, Jenkins, Alamotti, McLean, To'o, Talangi and Cleary. The forwards include Leota, Kenny, Smith, Papali'i, Martin and Yo. The bench is Cogger, Phillips, Sorensen, Garner, Tango and Lussick. Head coach, Ivan Cleary. So if you guys have your own predictions, throw them in there. Panthers 36, Bulldogs 12. That's fair enough, James. I'm sort of in a decent gap myself with this one. So I'll go through some of the notes that I made for this one. If you guys want to check out the predictions video, it's on the channel for the full week. But if you want to join a Predictions League, there's a link in the description down below. Get involved in that. Howdy, Jay. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I'll quickly mention, I posted the stream schedule last night. I will be doing both games tomorrow, both NRL games tomorrow, which will be, let me just clarify that, Dragons vs Seagulls, followed by Broncos vs Cowboys, so I'm doing both of those. I can't stream on Saturday because I'm at a wedding. And then Sunday, I can't do the Sunday games in the NRL. I might do Wakefield vs Wigan. Maybe. But that's only at 1 o'clock. So it depends how I feel on Sunday. Yeah. If it was like 2:45, there's more time. If it was like 5, maybe it would have been doable. But there's a very good chance I'm not going to be able to do the Sunday game. Because I might need my sleep the next day. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've put it out there anyway. Panthers 42, Bulldogs 14. Okay, Noah. Okay. It's a big gap there. Only Burton and Kickow left in the Canterbury Panthers. Well, they're evolving. They're changing. Going through a transition period, as they say. Right, let's have a look at notes then. So, Bulldogs have won 2 and lost 2. They've lost 2 in a row, while the Panthers have won all 5 games so far, winning by 13 plus in all games. Stephen Crichton is out for the Bulldogs, so Tuala, Cherry play in the centres. Hayes and Turpin are now available for selection as well. So far this season, the Bulldogs have really struggled to reach the heights of 2025. Their attack and defence are currently performing below expectations. For the Panthers, I can't really see any weaknesses in their game and anything that the Bulldogs have over the Panthers. Penrith are also doing well at getting up the field and restricting metres for the opposition. There are a few things that can help the Bulldogs to win this one. That's if the Panthers keep reducing errors and give away penalties during this game, which means the Bulldogs get into better territory for longer periods. And the Bulldogs need to play up to their expected potential, which they haven't done just yet. And the Panthers haven't looked like slowing down, so they kind of need to drop in performance this week. Injuries and cards would also help the Bulldogs, but you literally can't predict when you're going to get injuries and cards. So Bulldogs have to manage without Crichton, which makes the defensive line weaker for the Bulldogs, and the Panthers' attack is on fire right now anyway. It's basically a case of all of the small circumstances need to go in the Bulldogs' favour today. So they just somehow need the Panthers to drop the ball even more than they have done, give away more penalties than they have done. Bulldogs need to put in their best performance. They need Panthers to put in their worst performance. And they could maybe do with a card or two, or maybe a key injury or two against the Panthers, which you just can't predict. So all the evidence points towards a Panthers win. So if the Bulldogs win, I'm assuming that something must have gone wrong in this game. At the very least, if the Bulldogs can play up to their potential, maybe they could make it interesting, because there's a quality defensive side in there. But it's impossible to know. It's impossible to know when that's going to come out. So, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, folks. It's a tricky one. Okay. Yeah, if you guys still have any of your own exact score predictions, chuck them in the chat and let me know your thoughts. But, oh yeah, my exact score prediction was, I think I went with 32-6 to the Panthers. I think Thomas Jenkins anytime, which feels like quite a safe bet at the moment, but, you know, we'll see. There'll be like 9 different try scorers in this, and Thomas Jenkins won't be one of them. Can't wait for that. No, Joe, it's not on Sky, this one. There's not many games on Sky this weekend for the NRL. Broncos vs Cowboys is on Friday morning at 11. Sharks, Roosters, Storm, and Warriors. Oh, yeah, there's 3 every week. I don't know why I'm saying there's not that many. There's always 3 on every week. But yeah, there's 1 game on Sky tomorrow, and then there's the 2 on Saturday, which I can't do anyway, so. Okay. I've paid for Watch NRL, which is their version of Super League Plus. It's £16 a week. And I'm only doing 3 games, so hopefully it's not a waste of money. They're decent games. But if you guys have your own score predictions, throw them in the chat. Poll right now, 68 votes, 84%. Or 69 votes, 84% say the Panthers will win. Anyone want to guess first try scorer? I'm going to go Casey McLean, first try. You heard it here first, folks. It's locked in. Casey McLean first. Jenkins anytime. Tom, I'm watching it on the Watch NRL app. I've had to pay for a subscription. So, yeah. 64 quid PM. Oh, per month, yeah, per month. It could be worth me actually starting to pay for a longer subscription. Final score, Panthers win 42-6. Okay, Tony. Okay, I see you. That's roughly what I was I was maybe 10 points lower than you for the Panthers, but that's kind of what I'm imagining. Very low for the Bulldogs, very high for the Panthers. I was tempted to reach out about getting some kind of discount code for Watch NRL, because it's a good chunk of money each week and month. To maybe see if I could get a discount code for people to use. We'll see. I haven't reached out yet, but I can do. It's just a thought anyway. Bring the price down a little bit. So we've got plenty of people here. We've got 70 people. About 5 minutes before kickoff. This is very cool. Good to see you. I will say, regarding the Bulldogs, they have been underwhelming. I know in terms of changes, I don't feel like they've had to make many. Especially in the backs. doesn't feel like it's been a constant change. I think I might still be a little bit frustrated after the Toby Sexton stuff last year, which it bothered me a lot last year because I'm thinking 2024, first 10 games, the Bulldogs had a negative record and sat in 10th. And then the next 10 games, so the first 10 games they didn't have Toby Sexton in there, it was Drew Hutchison and Matt Burton. 10 games, negative record, 10th place. The next 10 games, Toby Sexton was in. In those 10 games, they got up to a positive record and they're up in 4th. Could be a coincidence. Could just be a coincidence. But the Bulldogs got better the same time Toby Sexton came in. Coincidence. And then, last year, what I don't get is, you force in... Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Is Lachlan Galvin an exciting young prospect? I think you could say yes. You could say yes, he's an exciting young prospect. But you have a clearly functional, actually good team with Sexton in there, and Marnie settled as well at 9. So you think the best thing to do is get your spine unsettled with 2 of your most influential players in Sexton and Reid Marnie, to bring in a kid who at no point in his very few NRL games has actually proven that he's genuinely going to be a star of the future and that he is a 7 that can control the game. He's not shown that nearly enough. Exciting young prospect, but he's not proven that he's ready to go now. But the thing is, with trying to rush young lads in, and where Galvin probably feels he is in his development as well, he thinks he should be starting, probably. But you had a good team with Sexton, Burton, Marnie, Tracy as your spine, and all you've done is disrupt your team to bring in somebody who's not even a proven 7. Just to make somebody happy in Gus. I think Gus has messed up with that one. I think they'll get there eventually. But it's actually... It really bothered me last year when they did that. It actually really bothered me. So... They need to sort it out anyway. You knew that. I know that. Up the Panthers. Okay. Fair enough. 119 votes. Jeez, 119 votes. 78% say the Panthers will win. IPTV, mate, come on. £50 a year, NRL passes on there. Okay, alright. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep it in mind. Money saving expert. Game starts at 9:50. Yeah, they'll be walking out in a couple of minutes. It is at 10:50 for me, actually, in the morning. As I'm in the UK, if you couldn't tell by the accent. Mods you pay 40 for the year? Fair dues. You know the Panthers going to win? Well, I'd hope so, based on the prediction and how it's going so far. Got Jenkins and Toto at 3-1. Fair enough. I actually just put a bet on before we started. Just a 3-match accumulator. I've got the Panthers -18, Sea Eagles to win, and the Rabbitohs to win. I think based on... they're all sort of decent value, actually. And I'm quite comfortable with all 3 of those. So I thought I'd just go for it. But the teams are coming out at the moment. I'm going for the Panthers to win. I do expect them to win. What's the game on? Max, I'm watching it on Watch NRL. It's not on... I don't know if you're watching from the UK or NRL. Or Australia. It's not on in the UK at the moment. Salem? Either one of those. Unfortunately not. I don't have the rights to show it. Howdy, Gavin. Good morning, sir, or afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Thank you very much. It's going just fine and dandy. I'm good. Thanks for asking. So, it is now 10:50 a.m. for myself. 9:15 Auckland. It's going to be a bit of a late one then. But wherever you're watching from, thank you for being here. There's a trumpet for you guys. Wait. Okay. Teams are out. I'll do one final run through of the team list, and I'll end this poll here. Right then, in the backs for the Bulldogs, they have Tracy, Kiraz, Tuala, Cherry, Montoya, Burton, and Galvin. The forwards include King, Hayward, Hughes, Kickow, Preston, and Salmon. The bench is Mann, Tupanua, Hayes, Turpin, Hopwood, and Renakama. Head coach, Cameron Serraldo. In the backs for the Panthers, they have Edwards, Jenkins, Alamotti, McLean, To'o, Talangi, and Cleary. The forwards include Liotta, Kenny, Smith, Papali'i, Martin, and Yo. The bench is Cogger, Phillips, Sorensen, Garnett, Tango, and Lussick. Head coach is Ivan Cleary. Right then, folks, any second we're getting underway. Any second now. Folks, we are underway. The Bulldogs will kick to the Panthers towards the back right. Collected by Blaze Talangi, handed off to Lindsay Smith with the first carries 5 metres out from his own try line. Mitch Kenny, waiting at dummy half, hands the ball off to Isaiah Papali'i, who takes it over the 10. I'm a big fan of Papali'i. Big fan of him. Next carry through centre field from Moses Liotta. One of the most underrated players in the comp, in my opinion. Lindsay Smith with the next carry. Down the left edge of the park. 2 tackles to go. I think the Bulldogs have done okay restricting metres here. Just over the 30. This is actually not a bad defensive set. Out the back to Cleary on the last. Not a great kick. It's collected on the 30 by Montoya. That's not a great start there for the Panthers. That's 50 seconds gone. And up towards the 40 now with the Bulldogs in possession. Tuala with the first carry of the set. So the Bulldogs are already in really good territory right now. Next carry through centre field from Kiraz takes them inside Panthers territory. 3 tackles to go. In centre field with Salmon. He can already apply a bit of pressure here. It's not too bad. That's not too bad for the Bulldogs to start. 1 minute 15 gone. In centre field with Max King. Takes a carry up towards the 30. Gets an offload. And Hughes with a carry stopped on the 30. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. In centre field, 30 out. Right to Lachlan Galvin. Chips towards the back right. Jenkins underneath this one, who's had a solid year so far. Collects it cleanly. Under pressure from Montoya. Looked a bit awkward there, but collects it beautifully. Well taken, sir. That's 1 minute 40 seconds gone. Panthers in possession up towards the 10. Next carry through centre field from Brian To'o. Tougher to recognise without the cap, the white cap on his head. Alamotti with the next carry up towards the 20, through the centre of the park. 2 minutes gone. 2 tackles to go. Again, the Bulldogs restricting metres here. Liotta with the next carry. Kick out with a great tackle from Marker to slow him down. Last one, right to Cleary. Off to Hull FC next year? He's not. But you never know. Collected on the 20 by Tracy. Returns the ball just shy of his own 40. Again, great place to start the set for the Bulldogs. 35 out from their own line. Kiraz with the first carry. Over the 40. He's a few metres shy of halfway. Bulldogs looking alright for territory here. They're looking alright. Galvin now with Salmon through centre field up towards the halfway line. 2.5 minutes gone. Hayward shifting it right to Galvin. Then a flat ball to Preston. He's brought down on the Panthers 40. Down the right hand side. They go short side right to Galvin. Flat ball break here for Tuala. Cuts back inside. Edwards just get some contact on his ankles to bring him down. About 15 out. Last tackle in centre field. The ball bounces nicely. For Hughes, there's a kick through from Burton towards the back left. To'o is there. Has to collect in goal. Kick out to get a hold of him. Can he get out? Not quite. The Bulldogs, they're doing really well for territory. Really well for territory. This is going to be a goal line dropout. Well done, Bulldogs. I'm liking it. 2 great defensive sets. Get themselves in good territory. Get themselves a repeat set here. Panthers will probably go short because it's early on. Well, teams go short whenever, really. It is short. Does make the 10, but it's collected 15 out by Montoya. Bulldogs just building some pressure now. Just building pressure. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you. Over on the right-hand side, Galvin. Left to Hughes. He takes it over the 10, just right of the post, about 5 metres out. Great chance for the Bulldogs here. Can they connect in attack, though? The Panthers have been so good in defence, and the Bulldogs have not really been firing in attack that much. They can put it together. But Hayward goes right to Galvin. Out the back to Tracy. Goes to the line himself. Gets past McLean. As I say that, Connor Tracy. Hang on a minute. They're checking it. No tries given on field, actually. I think they might have picked up an obstruction straight away. Let's have a look. Is that Preston? Okay, there's a lead run from Preston, so there was a bit of a gap there, actually. There is contact on Talangi. Yeah, it's obstruction. But great start from the Bulldogs. Great start. Excellent stuff. Great defensive work. Nearly found a try there, just an obstruction. But that is going to be a penalty for the Panthers, so that's going to help them get up the field. Panthers have not been inside the Bulldogs' territory yet. So they'll tap and start the fresh set on their own 30. So they should get inside Bulldogs' half. 4.5 minutes gone. McLean with a carry. Lands on his front. 5 out from the halfway line. Over on the left edge, back towards centre field with Smith, up towards the halfway line. 3 tackles to go. Inside Bulldogs half, they go back down the short side left to Talangi. Then across to McLean, he's got a break. Support is outside. Oh, doesn't quite get through. Who made the tackle there? Preston. What a tackle. Over on the left edge with Cleary, back towards the middle to Yo. That is an absolute mess there from the Panthers. Cleary handed the ball off to Isaiah Yo. Landed by his feet, tried to control it with his feet. It popped up, hit him in the hand, and he knocked on. Bulldogs have possession with a fresh set on their own 30. Not great there for the Panthers. Not great. Burton with a carry down the left edge makes about 13 metres. Maybe 15 actually. Maybe 16. Kiraz with the next carry. Inside Panthers half again. Up towards their 40. 3 tackles to go. In centre field with Salmon. Shifting it right to Burton. Now Galvin. They got the numbers down the right. Preston with a break. Inside to Galvin. Just bobbles the ball but gets a hold of it. Liam Martin with a huge tackle there. 20 metres out in centre field with Salmon. 4th tackle left to Burton. Now kick out. Straightens up. Finds a break. Edwards tries to make the... Mate, how are they finding breaks so easily against this defence? The Bulldogs have been on it, mate. The Bulldogs have been on it. First try from Viliami kick out. Look at him go. There's an energy to the Bulldogs right now. They understand the occasion. They're playing up to it. They've actually made a couple breaks here. This Panthers defence looks just a tad shaky right now. And defensively, the Bulldogs are not letting the Panthers get up the field. And then turning the ball over when they could have been in good territory. I think the Bulldogs try confirm. Look at them go. Look at them go. 6.5 minutes gone. 4-0 for the Bulldogs right now. Hope I eat my words, but I have a bad feeling about this one for the Panthers. We'll see. We'll see, Gary. Where do you watch it? I'm watching on Watch NRL. That's what I'm watching it on. I paid for the weekly subscription for this one. Well, interesting start. 7 minutes gone. 4-0 for the Bulldogs with a kick to come. Right then. Okay. Well, this is going to be a cracking start. This was the one game this weekend I thought was like, this is a shoo-in. But this is what I was talking about in the predictions video. You need the Bulldogs playing up to their potential. They need the Panthers giving away territory and penalties, which they've done a little bit so far. They've lost the ball. And, you know, Bulldogs are sort of playing up to their potential. Burton with the conversion, and it's just wide. So it will stay 4-0. It was kick out, Henry. Viliami kick out scored for the Doggies. It was Burton left to kick out. There was no ball out the back. He just stepped off his left foot. His hand goes straight into Yo's face right there. Pushed him off. Alamotti on his outside. Doesn't get a hand on him. I don't think anyway. Didn't quite see. There's energy from the Bulldogs here. There's energy. They're ready for it. They're so up for it. We've got 105 people here as well. Jesus. Howdy. You get a trumpet. Hey. First collision. Max King is nearly wiped out. Jesus. He's slow getting up there. Wayward ball there for the Bulldogs. Collecting on their own 10. 64% possession for the Bulldogs, 86% territory. Jesus. Hughes with a carry just right of centre field. 3 tackles to go. The Panthers need a good defensive set here. Preston down the right edge, over the 30. Just shy of his own 40. 8 minutes gone, 2 tackles to go for the Bulldogs. In centre field with Salmon. Straightens up over the 40. Last tackle coming up. It is right to Galvin. Puts boot to ball towards back right. Jenkins underneath it. Collects just in front of his own 10 and returns just shy of his own 20. Over on the left-hand side of the park. Edwards with the first carry. Pumping his legs up towards the 30. So let's see if the Panthers can answer back. Game stopped for a second. HIA maybe? Casey McLean, HIA? Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Oh, are we about to get a card here? Oh. Well, folks, what's that for Casey McLean?
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless git, Campbell. You dickhead.
It's a yellow for Casey McLean. Okay. The contact on Max King was moderate and it's high. Moderate force and it's high. So that's on report and in the bin for Casey McLean. It just keeps getting worse for the Panthers to start this one. Jesus, okay. Alright then, folks. Panthers down to 12. Let's see how they deal with this one. But the Panthers are in possession. They need to get up the field now and be defensive, solid in defence. But Liam Martin has just dropped the ball from play the ball. Panthers are having a stinker. Having an absolute stinker. They've just gifted the ball away. Everything that I said could get the Bulldogs to win, which was penalties, knock-ons, cards, injuries. It's all happening. It is all happening right now. They've just gifted the ball away. The Bulldogs are 40 metres out in centre field with Burton, with just over 9 minutes gone, and they've got an extra man. Max King's gone off for HIA as well. In centre field with Turpin. That's Hayes, sorry. My bad. 20 metres out in centre field, right to Galvin. At the back to Tracy, pops the ball across to Tuala, now on the 10, near the right touchline. Second tackle, Montoya back towards centre field to Hayward, then to Galvin. Nearly a break there for Hayes, nearly. Jesus, 10 metres out, or make it 9, right at the post. Shifted it left, across to Burton, out the back. Quick hands from Cherry, in the corner is Kiraz. The Bulldogs have scored again. 10 minutes gone, it's going to be 8-0. Mate, this is about to be an insane upset. Well, I know it's extremely early, it's 10 minutes gone, but they are on track for a hell of an upset. They've just switched it on today. The Panthers are not looking like themselves. Early mistakes. Sinbin doesn't help either. That's 8-0. I was not expecting this, but it was just typical because this was like the most obvious win for the Panthers. And it's the first game of the week. I never do well in the first game. I should have gone with the Bulldogs based on pure vibes, but it's 8-0 for the Bulldogs. Okay. Bulldogs are winning. It's crazy. It is insane in the membrane. 10 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Quick hands from Burton to Cherry, then to Kiraz in the corner. Alamotti trying to get across. Gets a hand on him, but too much space. 11 minutes gone. Okay. Right then. Well, I did put the bet on. Minus 18 for the Panthers. If they get the win, it might only be by 1 to 12 here. And they might not even get the win. Crazy. Crazy stuff. That's only the third try for the year for Kiraz. Burton with a tough kick near the touchline. Kick is... He's just snuck it in. Just. An absolute smidge. That has just snuck in. This will be 10-0 for the Bulldogs. I am concerned for the Bulldogs that at any point the Panthers can switch it on. Like at any second, they can turn it on. So if they do get some early tries, every kick's important here. 140 people. People have probably heard about the scoreline and thought, shit, let's get a stream, shall we? But plenty of people here. Welcome to the stream. 11.5 minutes gone. Back underway. Kick towards the back left. Collected by Galvin. Hands the ball off to Hayes. And he'll take the carry just over the 10. Dragged near the touchline. Stopped on his own 10. Let's see what the Panthers can do in response. Montoya with a carry. Stopped just shy of the 20. I do need to yawn, folks. I'm so sorry. It was coming. I was trying to keep it off, but Galvin with a carry towards the 30. The Bulldogs are getting a lot of half breaks here. And getting those post-contact meters. Shifting it left to Burton on the 30. Then to Kickow. Stopped just shy of his own 40. 12 minutes gone. 2 tackles to go. Tracy through centre field. Stopped just shy of halfway. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Right to Galvin. Goes at the line a little bit. With a kick towards the back right. Jenkins and Edwards both there to collect it. Edwards is the one who collects it. And he takes it just over his own 10. He's pushed back onto the 10. Panthers just need to complete the set here. Jenkins with the first carry. Makes about 2 or 3 metres. Mitch Kenny now with Brian Toto. Up towards the 20. Pumping his legs. A few extra metres as well. That's alright. 3 tackles left. Alamotti with the next. Up towards the 30. Stopped just short. Strong hit from Burton there. Really strong hit. Kenny left to Edwards. Across to Talangi. Now with Papali'i. Then to Garnett. Goes at the line himself. Could have gone to Jenkins, but takes it inside Bulldogs territory. Last tackle. They ended the set in such a good place, and it's wayward on the last, but it's eventually in the hands of Cleary. Puts boot to ball. Not a great kick. Bounces over the head of Tracy. This might work out. Collected on the 10. When the Panthers have actually been able to get to the end of the set, the kicks have been poor from Cleary. He's only had 2, but they've been poor. Montoya with a carry. Just over his own 20. 13.5 minutes gone. Tuala with the next carry over the 20. Down the right edge. 13.5 gone in centre field with Kiraz. Across to Burton now. Kick out. Across to Cherry. Room to run. Cleary's getting across. Throws it back inside. Kicked on by Burton. Kicked on again into Edwards. Finds touch. Was it played at? They're saying it's Panthers' ball. Wasn't played out by Edwards. Are they going to challenge? I don't know if Edwards played at this. No, I don't think he did. Okay. Mate, there's already been 5 line breaks for the Bulldogs. There's been 5 line breaks to the Panthers 1. Left to Blaze Nalangi, up towards the halfway line, or a few metres shy of it. 14.5 minutes gone. So basically on halfway, over on the left edge. 6 again for ruck infringement. Papali'i inside Bulldogs territory. Panthers might get their first proper attacking set here. Cleary straightens up with a carry up towards the Bulldogs 40. It's a great chance here. 4 tackles to go. Right to Yo. Carries it up towards the 30. 3 tackles left. In centre field, Mitch Kenny waits at dummy half, or over on the right-hand side. Left to Cleary in centre field, then to Smith. Crosses to Langi, then Papali'i. Hands the ball off to Garner. Just over the 30, gets an offload back to Blaze Langi. Goes past him, it's now with Cleary. Mate, the Panthers are all over the place here. They are all over the place. Every pass is wayward. Kenny goes left to Yo. Straightens up with a carry. 25 metres out, last tackle. This is so bad from the Panthers right now. Kenny goes right to Cleary. Drills it low. It's collected by Burton on the 20. That is so bad. Offside. Offside from the Bulldogs. The Panthers look awful right now. That's not a great kick there from Cleary. The Panthers just look uncomfortable. Martin with the first carry. Stopped on the 10. So great chance for the Panthers to answer back here. And if they do, Bulldogs fans will be nervous after this, but they look really uncomfortable and clunky in attack right now. But of course they can switch it on at any time. In centre field with Kenny. Left to Cleary. Flat ball to Papali'i. 5 metres out. Over on the left-hand side. Quick play the ball for Kenny. Falls over, but hands it off to Cleary. Then to Yo. Across to Edwards. Panthers are still a man down as well. I'm aware, mate. I know it's the first half. It's left to Cleary. Then across to Talangi. Across to Jenkins. Stopped on the 10 near the left touchline. Last tackle. It's now with Cleary. He's going to kick across the face of the post. Kick out underneath it. Hits the post. Did that hit the crossbar? It's now with Toto. Kicks through, chases. Chance here. Collected by the Bulldogs just in front of the try line. Kick out has been wiped out here. Is that a penalty for the Bulldogs? It's a penalty for the Bulldogs. They could have started a set inches in front of the try line, but there's a penalty. They'll get out of trouble here. They will get out of trouble. Let's have a look. So what's the problem here? I don't... Oh, it's a kick through from Toto, yeah. Of course it is. So Burton will kick to touch. That's a decent... Yeah, it's not too bad. He'll start a fresh set 35 metres out from their own try line. Interesting. Very interesting start to this game. Not sure how long McLean's got left on the sin bin, but up towards halfway. Hayes with a carry. Over on the right edge. Hayward. Now with Salmon. Out the back to Burton. Shifting it left to Tracy. Cherry. Pops it across to Kiraz, but Toto gets a touch on it. There's a 6 again for inside 10 anyway, but it's a penalty for the Bulldogs. 18 minutes gone. Just building more pressure. McLean's coming on soon, I think. Bulldogs would love another try now. Burton, 35 out, hands it off to Hayes. Over the 30. McLean is now back on. Great chance for the Bulldogs here. I'll take off the yellow card in a second. Just over 10 metres out. And a 6 again for inside 10. Jesus. Back towards centre field. Salmon shifting it right to Galvin. Then to Tracy. Steps off his right foot. Wraps up 15 out. Let's quickly take this yellow card off. Bulldogs with a great chance here. They're very close to the try line. But it is back to 13 for the Panthers. At the very least. Shifting it right to Galvin. Pops it across to Preston. He stopped 4 metres out right at the post. 2 tackles to go. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. Shifting it left. Burton over the 10. Depends what your cash out is, Tobias. If it's basically nothing, you might as well just leave it. Kick out down the left edge. He's a metre short of the try line. Second tackle. Slow to get up. Hayward. Back towards centre field to Galvin. Oh, sorry, to Burton. Then across to Salmon. Now Galvin. Kicks the ball through. Preston is chasing. Jenkins is there. Collects on the try line. Goes to ground. And he will be tackled in goal. This is another dropout. Jenkins initially had the ball grounded outside. Or over the try line, sorry. Initially. Right, folks, we're done with the first quarter. That is 20 minutes gone, and it's 10-0 for the Bulldogs. Cleary will go short here. This will reach the 10. Jenkins knocks the ball on. Tuala in the corner. They're about 9 metres out near the right touchline. 12 out of 13 for set completion for the Bulldogs. 5 out of 7 for the Panthers. Bulldogs 5 metres out right at the post. Hayward. Left to Galvin. Out the back to Salmon. He'll just take the tackle. Push back a few metres. I feel like I need to cough here. Damn. Shifting it right. Now with Hayes. Straightens up. 6 metres out just in front of the right post. Hayward. Right to Hayes. Launches himself over. Finds the try line. Mate. That's another try for the Bulldogs. I don't have a clue what is going on here. I don't know what the Bulldogs have been taking. I don't know what the Panthers are on today. I am a little bit confused as to how and why this is happening. It's always the first game messes me up every week. It's always the first game. This will be 16-0 for the Bulldogs in a second. Just a flat ball to Hayes. Or Hughes, sorry. Oh no, it is Hayes. Tall geezer. He gets wrapped up on the legs, but he's still tall enough to reach the line and put an arm out. 18.5 minutes to go in the first half. 14-0 with a kick to come right in front of the post. This will be 16-0. This is so typical. This was the banker. This is the one that couldn't fail. This is the one game this weekend you'd put the house on. Jesus. 18 minutes left in the first half. 16-0 it will be in a second. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Wow. Never bet the early kickoff yet. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 17 minutes, 50 seconds to go. 16-0 for the Bulldogs against the Panthers. I don't know, folks. I don't know. 150 people here. Trumpet for you guys. I don't know. We move. We keep going. Back underway. Collected on the try line by Galvin. Hands the ball off to the try scorer Hayes. And he's 15 out from his own line. Montoya with the next carry. Over the 20. 93% completion from the Bulldogs. 71 from the Panthers. 6 line breaks to 1. Up towards the 30. 3 tackles to go. Kick out with the next carry. Over the 40. Makes about 15 or 16 metres there. Jesus Christ. Just short of halfway. In centre field with Hayward. Chips towards the back right. This might find touch here, maybe. Collected by Edwards. Bobbles it. But has it on his own 10. There's barely anyone back for the Panthers. From marker. Preston trying to make the tackle. Well, that's a penalty for the Panthers. This ain't offside. Looks like it. That's rough. The Panthers needed that, though. Severely needed that. That's a well-placed kick there from Bailey Hayward, who I do like. Was it Preston offside from marker or the line? Not too sure. But the Panthers will start a fresh set just short of the halfway line. Tap from McLean. Over halfway. Panthers are 45 metres out. Tupanua and Mann might be coming on soon. Papali'i with a carry, stopped on the 40. 16 minutes 50. Sorry, I had the hiccups then. That was great timing. 16 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Yo with the carry through centre field. 3 tackles left. 35 out. Kenny, left to Cleary. Then to Smith. Flat ball to Blaise Lange, nearly trying to break through the... What are you doing? Blaise Lange got half a break, and he just offloaded the ball to Tuala, so now the Bulldogs have the ball. Montoya with a carry over the 30. 3 tackles to go. Tupanua is on for the Bulldogs. That was a barreling run there. 3 errors to 0. Right to Galvin. Cross to Preston. They are inside Panthers territory. Last tackle, 15.5 to go. Short side right to Galvin. Goes at the line. Doesn't kick through. Just takes the tackle on the 30. Lachlan. What? Lachlan. Come on now. Jenkins with a carry. Makes about 3 metres there. Back towards centre field with Dylan Edwards. Up towards his own 14, just over it. Second tackle. 15 minutes to go in the first half. There's still a ton of ball left to play. Like, there's so much of this game left. You feel like the Panthers are going to switch on at any point. But it's just when. They've already gone 25 minutes and not done anything. Kenny in centre field, left to Smith. 67% completion. 30 out. back towards centre field to Cleary. Left to Papali'i. Stopped just shy of the Bulldogs 20. 2 tackles to go. In centre field now with Cleary. Out the back to Edwards. Then across to Alamotti. Trying to get around Cherry. He does. Kiraz is there. Bumps off one. Still going. Alamotti about 13 metres out over on the right-hand side of the park. He's now with Edwards. Shifting it across to Cleary. Now with Yo. Talangi. Flat ball to McLean. Across to Jenkins in the corner. Chance in the corner here. Walks in. The Panthers finally put something together. They've had a rough start to this game. The first 26 minutes has been a rough start for the Panthers. This has been quite bad, actually, from the Panthers to start. But they will finally find a try with Jenkins, who are backed any time. But this will be 16-4. You just knew at some point they'd be able to do something. It's whether the floodgates open or this is just a little moment that the Panthers get and the Bulldogs answer back soon after. We will see. Important kick to get back into the game as well. Talangi across to McLean. Great offload. Jenkins in the corner. Cool as you like. Jenkins is so confident. What a player Jenkins is, honestly. FC retracting their £1 million deal for Cleary pretty quick. Maybe. Well, I would be very frustrated if Warrington don't get Cleary. I'm hoping if Carl Fitzpatrick is watching, which he's not, he just isn't watching. But if anyone that is watching from Warrington, we need to sign him. I think, Jay, I genuinely think of all the Super League options, I think Warrington makes the most sense for him and us. Because I was thinking about this, just waiting on the kick, by the way, folks. Because if he's coming to England, that would probably mean it's because he wants to be closer to his girlfriend, his partner. So by going to... She lives in Manchester, so by going to Hull or to London if they come up next year, it seems a bit counterintuitive. You come all the way to England, but you're still hours away. That doesn't make sense. So Warrington, Wigan, Leigh, St Helens, maybe Leeds are your best options automatically. The kick from Cleary is good as well. So automatically, the teams with money, they're your best bets, right? And close to Manchester. Second, the number 7 option, Lamb, if and when he's going to leave Leigh. Smith's at 7, plus you've got your quotas already with Field and French. Either one of those are your overseas quota. So that's too much money. And then there's... Do Leigh have the money for it? Probably. But with Saints are an option. But Hastings is the quota at the moment. They'd swap Hastings in a heartbeat. But we need a 7. And our only overseas quota is either Sipley, Hopewarte or Yates. And all of those are replaceable for Cleary. So I think we are in the best position in Super League for both parties to get him at the moment. But we are back underway, folks. 12 minutes, 10 seconds to go. There's a penalty for the Panthers. Oh dear. Panthers can get up the field again. High contact from Mann. Is he hurt as well? Yeah. Face-to-face collision. Sorensen and Mann. No, we wouldn't have to do a swap deal, Jay, but it's just who do we... It depends who we give up as the overseas quota. We're just waiting on a check here. Is there going to be a card here? Clock stopped at the moment. Yeah, we don't need to do a swap, Jay, but it's just... Let's say Sipley's the overseas quota. If he's getting paid 200k a year, we need to take him off as the marquee. That's what I meant, the marquee. Pay him the 200, so an extra 50k goes in the cap. Maybe get rid of someone else, and then pay Clear or whatever as the overseas marquee. The thing is, whoever our overseas marquee is, I don't think they're on ridiculous money that when we take him off the marquee cap, it'll make a huge dent in the cap, is what I'm saying. Panthers off the back of a penalty. Yates can go. Well, he's only recently signed a new contract, so I think he'd stay. Up towards the 40. In centre field with Yo, shifting it right. Cleary, now Garner. Stopped on the 40. I do think, well, Williams will be gone. He's a lot on the cap. And oh no, he might be the homegrown marquee, actually. But Sneed might be gone next year. If that's what we want to do, then Sneed might go. In centre field with Yo, 30 metres out. In centre field, Mitch Kenny, left to Cleary on the last. Chips towards the back left. This will come down 15 out. It is knocked on. 6 again. Chip over the top from Blaze to Langy. Do they get the bounce? They don't quite get the bounce. Bulldogs have the ball a metre in front of the try line. Is it Panthers' ball, though? Got a challenge coming here. Panthers challenge. Right. So, on-field decision was that the Panthers knocked the ball back, but they think that the Bulldogs got a touch on it at some point. Reeps, I think Sneed will be on good money. So I think we'd have to get rid of Sneed and we'll play Irwin and Cleary together. I think that's what we'd do. Because we might need to ease up on the cap somewhere. Because whoever's our overseas marquee, that will add to the cap. Williams is probably the homegrown marquee, so he's only 100k on the cap. Probably. It's either him or... I think King's the academy one. Walker might be. Not too sure. But we need to ease up money somewhere. I think it'll be Sneed gone. But yeah, Warrington... I think Warrington and Saints are his best bet for both parties, but I think Warrington is the best one for both at the moment. Edwards, straight off the back of the scrum, goes in. Out of nowhere, Edwards goes in. As I've been yapping, sorry folks, try for the Panthers. This will be 16-12. They're building that pressure. They're completing sets, they're not giving things away. It's happening. It is happening. Dylan Edwards with the try. Just less than 10 to go. Try is confirmed. It is only 16-10, but I think it's close enough to get the kick, so should be fine. I'm from the UK and a Saints fan. I think Cleary would be a good addition for any Super League side. However, more so for why with the development of Irwin. Yeah, that's true. Like, the things that he could teach him, like, Irwin's already got, like, I think he's got Andrew John's number, so he's, like, probably asking him stuff. And then you get Nathan Cleary to partner with for a couple of years. The development that he'll get. And then there's that Harry Pratt that Sky Rugby's raving about at the moment. Couple of years' time, he comes in. I would be absolutely livid if Warrington let Cleary go to a different Super League team. I'd be absolutely livid. If we don't even put in a bid, if we don't even try and get him, that's what would frustrate me. If he chooses a different club, fair enough. But if we don't match what somebody else does, or better, I'll be frustrated. You cannot let him go to another Super League club. You just can't do it. Do you think Steed will retire? Maybe. There's a good chance. I don't think Super League has the money for Cleary. Lots of NRL clubs will be offering him at least $2 million to keep him. PNG also have tax-free salaries. There's a lot of Super League clubs that do have the money, Cody. I could promise you that. They do. Even Huddersfield, they've got tons of cash. League have the money. Saints have the money. Wigan, their owner's a billionaire. Warrington's owner makes $150 million a year. There are some Super League clubs with money, I can tell you that. But off the kickoff, mistake from the Panthers. Wait. Panthers are challenging this. 8.5 to go, clock is stopped. On-field decision is a loose carry. Who knows what money Darren Lockyer and Grant Weshel, is that his name? Grant Weshel? Who knows what kind of money they've got for London? I mean, London is still an option. Is there a strip here from Tupanua? I think that ball just pops out, actually. There's a chance this is inconclusive, but I think the ball just pops out. Not sure. Jay, Harry Pratt is one of our scholarship players. There's a channel called Sky Rugby. They post a lot of like community club clips, amateur games. He said Harry Pratt is the best young player he's ever seen and will be starting in the halves for Warrington in 3 years. That's what they said. Best young player they've ever seen. And they watch a lot of games. You're a Widnes fan. If Cleary goes to Wyatt, it'll be the best signing ever. You'd think so, wouldn't you? I mean, it's up there with the Johns acquisition. You'd think so. But yeah, Cody. Super League owners, a lot of them they do have some good money. Right then, 8 minutes to go. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Okay, yes, to replay the ball. Leota with the first carry, or the next carry, sorry. 8 minutes to go. 3 tackles left for the Panthers, 40 metres out. Left to Cleary. Then to Papali'i. Sorry I've not been commentating much, but it's like... It's not been much going on, really, so... Cleary with a carry. 15 metres out. In centre field with Yo. Wants to go back down the left-hand side. It's now with Edwards. Then across to Talangi on the last. Quick hands across to McLean. Now Jenkins kicks the ball back inside. Collected by Tracy. 5 out from their own line. That is fair, Reaps. That is fair. Understandable. Tuala with a carry up towards the 20. And then it's Max King up towards his own 30. 7 minutes to go. Bulldogs would love to extend the lead before half-time here. It's with Tupanua. Taken to ground. There's a good tackle there from Cleary. It's right to Galvin. Puts boot to ball from his own 40 towards the right-hand side. Collected 10 out by Jenkins. And he's 25 out from his own line. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go. That is true, Jay. That is true. Reaps, I'd say Warrington. Because we won the reserve grand final last year. And we've probably got more... Our reserve team probably has the most Super League experience. Now in centre field with Cleary. Over the top. Ooh, too high for Garnett. Collected and into touch. 6 minutes 10 to go. That's a wayward ball. Wayward ball. From Cleary. You knock off a few 100,000 for that. But the Bulldogs will get possession with 6 minutes to go in good territory. Chance for them to extend the lead. It's been a while since the Bulldogs have been down this end of the field. Say Saints or Wire? I think it is probably Wire. Based on winning the grand final last year in the reserve grade. And Super League experience. In centre field with Tupanua. 25 metres out. Blatant reffing by the Panthers. I think, I don't know. It's always hard to tell, really, sometimes. Not well, I said always and then sometimes. Never mind me. 15 out, 5 minutes 20 to go. 2 tackles left for the Bulldogs. Left to Burton. Then to Cherry. Sorry, now it's 2 tackles to go. Over on the left-hand side. Back towards centre field to Burton. Across. In centre field now with Galvin. Tracy. 2-on-1 possibly. Trying to get around Talangi. Good tackle on the 10. Last tackle. It's now with Galvin. 15 out. Kicks cross field. Kiraz is there. Toto's there to collect him, though. And take him to ground. 5 minutes to go. Just less. Panthers ball just shy of their own 10. You know what Ewan Smith taught me? Taught you where and when. First carry from Brian Toto. Doesn't really make any ground there. Plays it on the 10. Kenny, now with Alamotti. Makes about 2 metres. 4.5 to go. Second tackle. Edwards with the next carry. Just shy of the 20. As a substitute teacher? How old is he? He's young, isn't he? Like, he's extremely young. 40-20 attempt here from Cleary, possibly. Behind the 30. Distance and angle looks good. Distance is great. Angle not quite. Collected on the try line by Tracy. What a kick that is from Cleary. You can put the few 100,000 back on that now. 4 minutes to go. That's a cracking kick. Oh, fair enough, Jay. Fair enough. 3 minutes 50 to go. Bulldogs in possession on their own 10. There's still a bunch of Bulldogs players that need to track back here. That's how good the kick was. And it's the third tackle. There's still players offside. Next carry from Kiraz. Over the 20. On the next set for the Panthers here, they could be in good territory. Right to Galvin. Cross to Preston. Chance here for Montoya to make a break. That's forward. That's a forward pass on the 40 from the Bulldogs. The Panthers are going to get a fresh set 40 metres out. Jesus. Are the Bulldogs about to be losing at half-time? Are they about to be losing here? There's a chance. There's a real good chance. Right then, we're back underway. Shifting it left with Jenkins, 35 metres out over on the left-hand side of the park. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first half. Liotta with the next carry over the 30. Second tackle. And it is 6 again for the Panthers. Papali'i down the left edge over the 20. 15 metres out, 2.5 minutes to go. Mitch Kenny looks left but goes right to Cleary. Switches back to Liotta. Only makes a couple metres there. 2 minutes 15 to go. Second tackle. 11 out. Short side left to Blaze to Langy. Flat ball to Papali'i. 5 metres out. He's lost it. Penalty for the Panthers. Do they have a challenge? I'm not sure if they do. Yeah, I think there was just a strip there from Preston. Illegal steal. So a fresh set for the Panthers 10 metres out. Liotta with the first carry. 1 minute 45 to go in the first half. Will the Panthers take the lead at half-time here? After being down 16-0. Kenny, right to Sorensen. In between the sticks. He's about 7 or 8 metres out. 1.5 minutes to go. Kenny in centre field. Right to Cleary. Out the back to Edwards. Switches back to Alamotti. Couple steps back over the 10. 9 metres out in front of the right post. 1 minute 20 left. Left to Yo, then to Cleary, flat ball to Papali'i. Wanted to spin and get an offload, but he's wrapped up. 1 minute 15 left, 9 out. Over on the left edge, Kenny. Right to Cleary. Flat ball across to Sorensen, just about keeps a hold of it. Just about. Plays it for Kenny, in between the sticks on the last. Left to Cleary. Kicks the ball through. Good chase there from McLean. Batted over the dead ball line by Tracy. So 50 seconds to go. Bulldogs will run down the clock as long as possible here. 190 people here. Howdy, folks. But they might just go long on this one, actually. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Cooper Cronk. Great minds, honestly. Great minds. So yeah, Bulldogs go long. I was thinking if the Bulldogs go long, Cleary might have a go at a 2-point field goal here. Liotta with the first carry. 22 seconds to go. 30 metres out. Plays with Kenny. Right to Cleary. Out the back to Edwards. He's going to be stopped 20 metres out. Reeps, I'd probably say it's Bevan French. 20 metres out. Right to Cleary. Steps off his right foot. Right again. Looks for a flick on, but it is knocked backwards by the Bulldogs. And that means at half-time, it's going to be 16-12 for the Bulldogs. Well, who expected this? Who expected this? Bulldogs with a very early lead. When did they get up to 16? What minute? Excuse me, folks. 20 minutes. So the first quarter it was 16-0. And then 2 tries in 10 minutes from the Panthers. Lads and ladettes, this is on. Comeback's on. We've got a game here, folks. We've got a game. Right, well, it is half-time. Imagine Sneed and Cleary in the same squad. Wouldn't be too bad. Sneed can be on the left, Cleary on the right. Is Cleary leaving Penrith this year? So the thing is with Nathan Cleary is, I think the rumours are he wants to test himself in the open market. Not necessarily that he wants to leave, but I think he just kind of wants to see what his options are and see what he'd be worth. I think he's never really gone through the process of being contacted or looking at other options. He's always been at the Panthers. His dad's the head coach, so he's probably comfortable. He's settled there. So he just kind of wants to see maybe what he's worth, which is at least 2 million, you'd think, Australian dollars. But some people are saying that he would either go to Union or would go to a different league, as in Super League. Because there have been some reports apparently that he doesn't want to play against the Panthers. Whether that's true or not, I do not know. So if you look at the Super League options, you'd imagine he'd come to Super League specifically to be closer to his partner. Now, they're already aware or familiar with long distance because one's in Australia, one's in England. But then if the point is to be closer, would you want to go to Hull or London? Maybe not. But if you think about the Super League options for next year, you're looking at London, Hull FC, Hull KR, Leeds, Wigan, Leigh, Warrington, Saints. They're the clubs that could probably afford Cleary. Maybe Huddersfield, but I don't think he's going to go Huddersfield. But those clubs can afford Cleary. So the question is, what's best for him? Well, if he wants to be close in Manchester or close to Manchester, then that kind of takes the whole clubs out. Because you've got Yorkshire at a push. Leeds is close enough. It's not a ridiculous drive. So Leeds is still an option there. I agree, Jay. I don't think he'd go to Leigh. Although Beaumont does have the money. He does have the money. But I just can't see him going to Leigh. I just can't see it. But that's an option anyway. But if you want to be close to Manchester, Wigan, Leigh, Saints, Warrington. Then if you look at the cap situation, Wigan have French and Field. Either of those are the overseas marquees. You take one of those off the marquee to make Cleary the overseas marquee, then that's a lot of extra money on the cap. Plus, do you want to get rid of those guys? If you had to get rid of them, I don't know if you want to. St. Helens, they've got the money. I think they'd give up Jackson Hastings in a heartbeat to get Nathan Cleary. He's probably the overseas quota, maybe David Clemmer, but they could shift money around. Warrington, it's either Sipley, Hopewarte or Yates as the overseas marquee, and they wouldn't be that much more than the 150 cap. So I think Warrington or Saints are the best option for both club and player. But we'll see what Nathan wants to do. Wakefield, I'm not sure Wakefield's got the money. I'm not sure they've got the money for it. Well, oh yeah, my brain wasn't computing then. He would only count as 150k on the cap, but they'd actually have to pay him a ton of money. I do think any of the rich clubs in Super League could get him, but it depends if he still doesn't mind the long distance with his partner. But you would assume if he's coming over here, it is specifically to be with his partner in Manchester. So that does rule both Hull clubs out. Whoever gets Cleary wins the grand final next season. That's if they get him. That's if they get him. But we'll have to see. It's all speculation. He might not be coming over to Super League. But it's always an option. I do think it's actually a good thing that Hull's put the offer out there, though. I think that's a good thing. For somebody to finally kind of make that move, and he knows what kind of money he could be offered. So, I think that's... I respect FC doing that. I really do. Because if you don't ask, you don't get. You want the best player in the world, you ask for him. For £1 million a year, which for any Aussies for conversion is about 2 mil. Thanks for the live telecast of the live NRL match announced by the commentator. Love it. Well, thanks for being here, B. Thank you very much. So I know I've not commentated much towards the back end of the half, but there's not been as much to commentate on. Not sure if it's true, but I think Ellis has more than Beaumont. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? I think what we do know is that Wigan's owner is the richest, and then it's Saints, Hull FC, Warrington in any order after that. I know Ken Davies got a lot at Huddersfield. But Leeds would have some decent money too. If she moves to Hull City Women's... if she moves to Hull City Women's, she's getting jumped. Well, that's harsh. That's very harsh. Is he going Hull FC? No, apparently that's been declined. Thoughts on the lack of Challenge Cup coverage this year? I think it's very unfortunate. The Cup already feels like it's losing its flair and dying for me. And it's just not getting proper coverage. I think it's quite poor. I don't even know if the games are on Super League Plus or not. But I don't know. There's not enough love given to the Challenge Cup. I'd change the format first of all anyway. But for TV coverage, it is poor. It is really, really poor. For me, I'd just open it up to 128 teams. Professional, semi-professional, amateur clubs. 128 clubs. Every team starts from round 1. That means you get more rounds. The cup means more because you've had to go on a longer journey. It also means that really small, tiny clubs could actually, based on the luck of the draw, could end up getting all the way to like the quarterfinals if they get some kind of lucky draw, which would be insane for them. Yes, it could be an absolute battering, but you'd still get, for the semis and the final, you'd still get, you'd still get a proper game. But, like, Super League clubs come in, you have to win 4 games, that's it. It's not enough. You're saying nah, Jay? What are you saying nah to? Because you need more games. The more games you got in the Challenge Cup, the more it means because the longer the journey. The smaller clubs get the chance to go on a longer journey as well, based on the luck of the draw. And you've got to keep it in London, I think. If you move it to Old Trafford, that just feels weird. Etihad, I don't think is big enough or has enough. I don't want to use the word, but I'll say aura. I think there's 3 stadiums for me. Has to stay at Wembley. If it's not at Wembley, it's Twickenham. If it's not at Twickenham, it's the Emirates. And that's it. Nowhere else. Absolutely nowhere else for me. It's any of those 3. What do you think about McLean doing a knock-on? When was this? If Warrington beat Leon Saturday, I think they're favourites for Challenge Cup. I think so too. I did say I think Warrington are favourites for Challenge Cup. Isn't the Warriors playing the Titans? No. Warriors are playing the Storm. Titans are playing the Eels. There's been a lot of Super League chat on this NRL stream. Some of the Aussies are thinking, what are you on about? Well, you just kind of came out with a random matchup, mate. So, maybe. They might be playing on the 18th, but you just kind of came out with... You came out with the random matchup. You search up right now. Go on, lad. You were guessing it. You can find out whether you're right or not. I trust you. We've had plenty of people here in this stream, actually. There's been a lot of people here, which is greatly appreciated. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. 16-0 after 20 minutes. Then a try in the 25th and 29th minute for the Panthers. They've been completing sets, getting up the field. A couple of mistakes on the Bulldogs or penalties given away. They're getting more in their favour now, the Panthers. So it's getting tricky. Bulldogs need to be careful. They need a good start to this second half. Who do you think comes up in the Championship? Who goes down from Super League? Well, it depends on the grading system. I think based on performance from the Giants, I think Huddersfield could go down just based on grading. London, you'd imagine, would come up based on grading as well. And I think that's it. I know Widnes were doing fairly well for points last year. I think it'll just be London. If it's a straight swap, it's London up, Huddersfield down. Is the Challenge Cup tonight? No, not tonight. I think it's just, tomorrow. 8 o'clock, Saints vs Catalans. Widnes going on a drop-off now, still way off Super League. Unfortunately. I think there was half a chance they could have come up last year. But, yeah. I think they're a little bit too far off right now, unfortunately. Right. Well, let's put a poll up, actually. Right, poll is up in the live stream chat. Get your votes in. Who do you think is going to win from this point on? George Flanagan had to leave Giants. What's the club that suits him in your opinion? Good question. Good question. George Flanagan. Okay, so I'll go from left to right in the country. So Saints is actually a good start. I don't know if they'd want to move on from Jack Wellesby, but he's had a couple injuries over the last few years, so it's possible that they'd just want to look elsewhere at fullback. Whether they want Robertson at fullback is all, he's an option at fullback, but do they want to put him back in the centres? So I think Saints is an option if they just want to go with someone new at fullback. Probably not Warrington because they've got Kai Taylor-Ray and then Thulis as a backup. Plus they've got Locke and Webster coming through. Is Rhodes another one as well? Is he a fullback in the reserves? Not too sure. Lee is an option. Lee's actually a great option because David Armstrong's a good player, so is Hodgson, but Armstrong keeps getting injuries and Hodgson, we'll see with him. So Lee's an option. Wigan, probably not, because they got Field and Hodgkinson coming through. Huddersfield, he's leaving Huddersfield, my bad. Leeds is an option if Miller was to go, but I don't think he is. Who else we got? I'm failing to remember teams here. Right, let's have a look at the table. So not Warrington, not really Leeds, not Wigan. Wakefield is a maybe, but they got Jowett, Rourke, Roger Tuivasa, probably not Wakefield. Catalans, maybe, because Staines might be gone next year or the year after. So Catalans is an option. KR, no, because they've got Morgan Broadbent. Bradford, maybe, but they've got Akins at fullback and I think's fine. FC is an option if they think Price keeps picking up injuries and is worth just moving him on. Not to lose, maybe York, but I think Mata Arthur's alright. I think Castleford, Catalans, Lee are the best options for Flanagan. What do you think of Curry getting a new contract? I think it's a smart move. Very smart move. One of the most reliable players in the league. Developing nicely year in, year out as a halfback. As a loose forward, sorry. He can play halfback if needed. Add an absolute push. But I think Curry's one of the hardest working players in the league. Very underrated. Gets through a ton of defensive work. Carries the ball well. I think he's a great player. That's a good signing. Players are coming back out. We'll be back on the way in a second, folks. Price can go in the halves? Maybe. Thoughts on the FC drama? Which drama, Joe? Oh, the head coach. I almost forgot. I don't think there's much to it, really. I think it is what it is. Right then, folks, we're back underway for the second half. Here we go. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Final 40 to go. Tupouniua with the first carry, and he'll be stopped 15 out of his own try line. Hayward, now with Montoya over the 20. So most of the people on the poll said that the Panthers will win from this point on. I don't think so, Jay. I think he's leaving at the end of the year. It's really confusing, though. Hayward in centre field, now with King. Stopped on the 30. I don't think so, Reeps. I don't think he will. Tupouniua with the next carry up towards the 40. The ball pops out, collected by Papali'i. And with 45 seconds gone, the Panthers have a fresh set 33 metres out in centre field. Kenny goes right to Cleary. Then to Garner down the right-hand side. Gets an offload for Toto. Cuts back towards centre field over the 30. 25 out. Make that 22 metres. This year, Jay. It is right to Leota. Pumping his legs. And a 6 again. 1 minute, 10 seconds gone in the second half. Kenny, 15 out. Left to Cleary. Out the back to Blaise Lange. Switches back to Papali'i. Second tackle. Kenny in centre field. Right to Yo. Steps. Decent carry there. 3 or 4 metres out. Just right at the post. Kenny looks right, goes left to Nathan Cleary, out the back to Talangi, then to McLean. Straightens up, takes it back over the 10. 1 minute, 40 seconds gone, 2 tackles left for the Panthers. Papali'i, right to Cleary, then across to Yo, now with Edwards. Flat ball to Garner, break here, 1 to beat, Garner spins. Ball carrying arm, touch the ground. This is going to be the last for the Panthers. That is a hell of a tackle, so close. Well done not trying to put the ball down. Alamotti on the last. Wayward ball. Gives it to Cleary. Kicks across field. Jenkins is there. Collects it. What a take. What a take. The Panthers equalise. Bulldogs, mate, you're going to be careful. You're going to be careful here. This is going to be 16-all. Garner was so close to scoring. Honestly, fair play for not trying to put that ball down. Fair play for not putting that ball down. Let's have a look at this again. The ball carrying arm didn't even touch the ground. He could have gone for that. Oh, mate. Garner didn't reach an arm out because he was worried about double movement. He could have easily reached over, I'm pretty sure. But the ball carrying arm didn't touch the ground. I don't think it touched the ground. But he played the ball. Wayward ball right. Eventually in the hands of Cleary. Crossfield kick. Over the head of Montoya. Jenkins collects for another try. This is 16-all. With a kick to come. The Panthers might take a lead here. Be amazed if Burgess extends his contract. Well, you never know. He might be settled here. I was talking to my dad about this yesterday, and he says apparently that his missus is English and is actually quite happy here, and they've just had a kid. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't know what his sources are, but if that's the case, maybe he just wants to stay here a bit longer. Wait till the kids, like that kid grows up a little bit more, then go back to Australia. Plus, he'll probably want to wait for the right NRL job to come up too. He probably wants the Rabbitohs. That's probably the only club he wants, really. And it just depends when Wayne Bennett's done, which I don't know when that is. We've had 3 minutes, 40 seconds gone. Panthers have equalised. It's 16-all. Chance for the Panthers to take the lead for the first time in this game. Cleary, 2 for 2. 1 try assist so far this game. Come on, Warrington. Get him signed, lads. Get him signed. Easy. Well, I say easy enough kick. It's not right near the touchline. It's doable. So the kick from Cleary hits the post. It is 16-all, folks. Hey. Right then. 36 minutes and 18 seconds to go. I need at least 19 points from the Panthers. I've got them minus 18 in the bet, so I need them to get at least 19. We've had 3 minutes and 42 seconds gone. Back underway in a second. 16-all. 16-0 down, and they came back. Folks, we are back underway. 3 tries to the Bulldogs, then 3 for the Panthers. Kick towards the back right, collected by Blaise Delange. Hands the ball off to Scott Sorensen with a carry up towards the 10. We've had 4 minutes gone. Taylor Ray's back in the squad. Love to see it. Good stuff. 4 minutes gone. Kenny hands the ball off to Moses Leota through centre field. Strong carry, pumping his legs over the 20. 25 out from his own line. Plays for Kenny in centre field. He scoots from dummy half over the 30. Makes about 10 metres there. And a 6 again inside 10. Yo with the next carry. Up towards the 40. Pumping his legs as well. Yo's such a great play, honestly. Kenny down the right edge. Left to Edwards. Then across to Talangi. Now Papali'i. Over halfway. Apparently Taylor Ray was available last week, but we're just being careful with him, apparently. Don't know. Talangi with a carry down the left edge. 2 tackles to go for the Panthers. 35 metres out. Now with Papali'i. And Cleary in centre field. Steps back inside. Over the 30. Last tackle. 5 minutes gone. Kenny. Left to Blaise Delange. Chips towards the back left. Tracy underneath it. So is Jenkins, but Tracy collects it cleanly, and he's stopped on his own 10 by Papali'i. Galvin. Now with Montoya. Up towards his own 20. Got to be Cherry with the next carry. Up towards his own 30. 2 tackles to go, or 3 tackles to go, sorry. Kiraz with the carry down the left edge. Just shy of the 40. 2 tackles remaining for the Bulldogs in this set. Now a 6 again for ruck infringement. This is decent for the Bulldogs here. Galvin in possession in centre field. Is tackled. Plays for Hayward. Left to King. Up towards a halfway line. So not bad territory here for the Bulldogs right now. And another 6 again. Right to Galvin. Out the back to Tracy. Goes at the line. He's 35 metres out. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Galvin goes left to Salmon. That's Man, sorry. Bobbles it, but cuts back towards the right-hand side. Across to Tracy. Now with Preston. Then to Arla. Bit of room to run up towards a 20. Good tackle there from Jenkins. He's about 15 metres out over on the right-hand side. Plays it for Tracy. Back towards centre field with Galvin. Across to Man. Now Burton. They might have the numbers down the left here. Cherry trying to get around Alamotti. Good tackle there. Stops him on the 10. 3 tackles to go. So with kick out. He stopped 3 or 4 metres shy of the try line. Over on the left-hand side. 2 tackles to go. Back towards centre field to Burton. Across to Man. Galvin. Tracy. Pops the ball up. It's knocked on by the Panthers. And that's a 6 again for the Bulldogs. 20 metres out. They'll get a fresh set right in front of the try line. Damn. Just building some pressure now. Tupanua with the latest carry. 15 out in centre field. 7 minutes gone in the second half. 33 minutes to go in this game. Hayward in centre field. Left to Man. Flat ball to King. Over the 10. About 7 metres out left of the post. Hayward. Out the back to Galvin. Flat ball. Preston with the line break. The Bulldogs retake the lead. There's like 2 or 3 6 agains there. Just applying so much pressure. They've done really well for line breaks, especially early in this game. Defensively, the Panthers have been nowhere near their best. The Bulldogs will retake the lead, but you kept giving them territory and repeat sets. What did you think was going to happen? 22-16 this will be shortly. But I'm glad the Bulldogs actually put something together there with all that possession they've just had. Well, look at them go. Wasn't Preston the leading try scorer for the Bulldogs last year? He's up there anyway. But tries confirmed. So, not good for my bet, though. Not good for my bet at all. 31 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. Bear with me, folks. Just need to reply to this. Right. So, it is 22:16. 31.5 minutes to go. I don't know if I'm going to get Panthers minus 18. I don't think I'm going to get that. But this is now officially the most that the Panthers have conceded all year. Or in a game all year. Back underway, Montoya with the first carry. He's 15 out of his own try line. 31 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Hayward hands it off to Tupanua, up towards the 20 through centre field. Second tackle. Hayward left to man, then to Burton. Now kick out. Cherry, good meters up towards the 40. Near the touchline, steps back inside. 31 minutes to go, good meters there for the Bulldogs. 3 tackles left. Kiraz with the next carry, over halfway. 2 tackles to go, near the left touchline still. Hayward waits a dummy half. Back towards middle to Burton. Across to Mann, Galvin, Tracy, shifting it right still, Tuala. Good tackle there from Jenkins. 45 metres out, last tackle for the Bulldogs. Short side right to Galvin. Puts boot to ball. Underneath it is Edwards. 5 out from his own line, collects it cleanly. Cuts back towards centre field and is smashed into on the 10. Max King with the tackle. Is the rain coming down there? It might be. Can't quite tell. On the 20 with Kenny goes right to Alamotti. 3 tackles to go. 30 minutes left in this game. Is Liam Martin done for the day? It's going to be Phillips with the carry. So half an hour left, 2 tackles to go. Yo through centre field, over the 40. Last tackle. It is right to Cleary on the last. Oh, they're having a go here. Shifting it down the right hand side. Garner, Alamotti kicks the ball through. This will find touch, I think, and it does. Near the 20. It's not a great end to the set there from the Panthers, I'll be honest. But 29.5 minutes to go. It's going to be Bulldogs ball on their own 20. Right then. Panthers need a good defensive set here to get back in the game. Bulldogs 25 out from their own line. 29 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Hayes with the next carry. Over the 30. Just right of centre field. Second tackle. I thought something happened then, but it hadn't. 29 to go. Bulldogs shifting it left to Tracy. Up towards the 40. 3 tackles left. Plays for Bronson Cherry down the left-hand side of the park. Shrugs off 1 in Alamotti up towards the halfway line. 2 tackles to go for the Bulldogs. Hayward now in centre field with King. Straightens up. Stopped just shy of the opposition 40. Last tackle. Right to Galvin. Puts boot to ball. Just right of the sticks. Jenkins underneath it. Goes up. Collects it beautifully. Well taken, sir. Well taken. 15 out of his own line. Edwards with the first carry of this set. Pumping his legs over the 20. 28 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Mitch Kenny in centre field goes right to Brian Toto. And up towards the 30. Quick play the ball for Kenny. Right to Garner. Stop just shy of the 40. Oh, he's on the 40. 28 to go. 2 tackles left. Kenny in centre field. Right to... Oh, I thought he was going right to Cleary then. Left to Yo. Right to Edwards. Look for a break. Nearly finds a break there up towards halfway. Last tackle. Kenny. Right to Cleary. Puts boot to ball. The kicks on the last from Cleary have not been great. There's only been one really good one. But this came down on the 30. That's a poor kick there from Cleary. Knock a few $100,000 off again. 27.5 minutes to go. Second tackle for the Bulldogs. Up towards the 40 now with Bronson Cherry. 3 tackles left. Hayward. I need to yawn, folks. Sorry. Salmon with a carry over halfway. 2 tackles to go. Bulldogs are alright for territory here. Shifting it left to Burton. Over the 40. Last tackle coming up. They're only 35 metres out. It's now with Galvin. Kicks on the last. Just right at the post. Jenkins underneath it. Clicks. Knocks on. I need to wait for them to collect it cleanly before I say it. The Bulldogs have possession 2 metres out. Left to... It was Salmon. Then to Burton. Offloads it to kick out, but he knocks on. That could have been a chance to really apply some pressure there. That's a huge relief for the Panthers. Oh, the Bulldogs just had to complete that set. They've been doing well for territory the last couple sets. They've been doing really, really well. Fans are not happy with that one. Fans are not happy. 26 minutes to go. Off the back of a scrum, it's now with Jenkins nearly finding a break there. Nearly. 26 to go. Left to Papali'i, then to Cleary. Across to Talangi, then to McLean trying to get around Galvin. Nearly in touch. Very nearly. But good meters early on for the Panthers. Up towards the 40. Papali'i. Right to Phillips. Now with Yo. Pops it across to Sorensen. Stopped just shy of halfway. 3 tackles to go. Right to Cleary. Then across to Alamotti. Trying to step past one, and he does. Down the right-hand side. Flicks it back inside. Just collected in time by Toto. On the Bulldogs 40. 2 tackles left. 25.5 to go. It's with Cleary. Now with Edwards. This is a poor tackle here from the Panthers. This is quite poor. 40 metres out. Last tackle for Penrith. It's with Cleary. Hits the belly of the ball. This could be a tough one to take. A lot of spiral on this. Bounces on the 10, back towards the Panthers. Collected by Talangi. Offloads it to Papali'i, but it's Galvin that collects it on the 20. 25 minutes to go. Montoya hands it off to Tracy. And he's 25 out from his own line. 24 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Kiraz with the next carry. Over the 30. 3 tackles left for the Bulldogs. They are 35 out from their own line. Good carry there from Kiraz. 24.5 minutes to go. Bulldogs on halfway. Right to Salmon. And a simple mistake there. A very simple mistake there from Hayes. "24 minutes to go. Right then. Right, Talangi feeds the ball into the scrum. It is left to Jenkins. And he's just shy of halfway. 23 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Kenny, right to Phillips. Straightens up with a carry. Inside Bulldogs territory. Liam Martin is also back on the field. It's been a while. Shifting it right to Yo. Down the right edge, on the 40, gets an offload for Edwards, across to Cleary in centre field. Fakes the switchback, stops on halfway, they've lost ground there. 3 tackles left. It's now with Edwards. Did he lose it? Mate, that is a knock-on from Edwards. The Panthers are throwing this one away. They don't want it. They're throwing my bet away as well. Yeah, that is a knock-on from Edwards. 23 minutes left. So the problem for my bet as well is, because I got minus 18 for the Panthers, 4 tries and 4 kicks won't cut it. That's the thing. 4 tries and 4 kicks in 23 minutes. It's not going to cut it. because that'd mean it's a tie. Bulldogs in possession on halfway. 22.5 minutes to go. It is in centre field with Max King. Up towards the 40. Salmon in centre field, left to Burton. Straightens up with a strong carry up towards the 30. 22 minutes 15 to go. 3 tackles left. And mistake at dummy half again. Mistake. Bulldogs. You can apply more pressure here. Hayward drops the ball. Bulldogs could have done with it. Maybe a drop goal at the very least off the back of that set. Damn. So 21 minutes and 45 to go. Scrum for the Panthers on their own 30. Kenny out the back goes left to Jenkins. First carry. Makes about 3 or 4 metres. Is now with Papali'i. Down the left-hand side up towards the 40. Phillips with the next carry. Mate, the Panthers aren't getting anywhere here. They're not getting anywhere on this set. 3 tackles to go. Still on the 40. He's now with Yo. He lost it there. And Yo's lost it. The Panthers don't want it. The Panthers do not want it. I'm telling you. They don't want it. They've lost it. "21 minutes to go. Maybe the Panthers can win this one, but yeah, not by 13 plus. The bet is done. I think the bet's just done. Okay, we'll get back underway in a second. Okay, 20 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Bulldogs in possession just over 30 metres out in centre field. Second tackle, Hayward. Left to Salmon, then to King. Just less than 30 out. 3 tackles to go. They could go for a drop goal. Salmon over the 20. 15 out in centre field. 2 tackles to go. And a 6 again. Of course it is. Out the back to Tracy. Across the Tuala, loses the ball. Bulldogs don't want it. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants this. We're into the final quarter. Nobody wants this win. I'm telling you. What are we stopping for? What are we challenging? We're saying, are they claiming a high shot from Jenkins maybe, or a late shot? That's fine. Is that high? I mean, his arm's around the neck, but it might be. They're saying the contact's on the chest. Crowd's not happy. So this is going to be challenged unsuccessful. Okay. 19 minutes and 46 seconds to go. The clock is currently stopped. Final quarter of the game. Right, 25 unanswered points from the Panthers here. Let's have it. So scrum for the Panthers on their own 10. It's right to Toto with the first carry of this set. 19 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Kenny down the short side right to Martin. Good defence there from Hayes. Just shy of the 20. Over on the right hand side. Back towards centre field to Brian Toto. Over the 20. And a few extra metres as well. 19.5 minutes to go. Kenny right of centre field. Now through the middle with Sorensen up towards his own 30. 2 tackles remaining. Right to Cleary. Back inside to Edwards. Bit of room to run. Stopped on the 40. Last tackle. Kenny, short side right to Cleary. Goes at the line. Dinks the ball through. Chases. Collected on the 30. You've just gifted him about 20 metres. 19 minutes to go. Kiraz, slow getting up there. Plays for Tracy. Now with Cherry. Just over the 30 with the Bulldogs in possession. It's going to be Tracy through centre field up towards his own 40. Actually pushed back a metre or two. 3 tackles to go for Canterbury. In centre field with, I believe that's Tuala. Turpin is on the park as well. Left to Burton. Now kick out. Inside Panthers territory. Gets a flick on to Burton. 4th tackle Galvin. Right to Hayes. Stopped on halfway. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. 18 minutes, 15 to go. Short side right to Galvin. Inside pressure from Papali'i, but gets a kick away. Edwards underneath it on the 10. Takes it cleanly. And he's 15 out from his own line in centre field. 18 minutes to go. Total with the first carry of this set. Over the 20. Plays it for Kenny. Now with Alamotti down the right-hand side. Up towards the 30. 3 tackles remaining for the Panthers. In centre field with Edwards across to Cleary. Now to Lange. Jenkins. On his outside is Papali'i. Straightens up with a carry up towards halfway. Good metres, but not who you wanted on the wing there. Jenkins. Now McLean. Cuts back towards centre field. Stopped just shy of the 40. Last tackle for the Panthers. 17.5 to go. Short side left to Cleary. Dinks the ball through. It's the same play as before. It's the exact same play as before. It's collected on the 20. Exact same stuff. Tuala with a carry. Stopped just shy of his own 30. 17 minutes to go. 4 tackles left. Montoya through centre field. A few metres shy of the 40. 17 left. Kiraz with the next. 2 tackles to go. I need to yawn again. Sorry. 4th tackle left to Tracy. Tackled from Smith at market. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Last tackle for the Bulldogs right to Galvin. Towards the back right. Collected by Jenkins on the 10. Panthers, they don't look like the trouble in the Bulldogs in this half at all. 16.5 to go. They don't look like scoring, genuinely. The Panthers don't look like they're going to score. 16 minutes and 15 to go. Scoot from Talangi up towards the 40. 3 tackles to go. Edwards. Cleary, eating up some good metres up towards halfway. 16 to go. 2 tackles left. Kenny, right to Smith, then to Yo. Wayward ball at the back comes off Sorensen. Edwards collects on halfway, but Panthers knock on. They're challenging. Well, they went for a ball out the back. It hit the shoulder of Sorensen. And there was a contest between the Bulldogs and a Panthers player. And then the ref is claiming that I think when they tried to pick the ball up, that a Panthers player knocked on. So shoulder of Sorensen goes backwards. So that's fine. Well, it actually kind of drops in place. What? Sorry. What? Are you thick as pig shit? What? Went towards the Bulldogs. What? It's Bulldogs ball on the halfway line. I don't understand that in the slightest. I don't get... How are you calling that towards the Bulldogs line? How are you saying that? 15.5 to go. 40 metres out. Salmon goes left to Hayes. Stopped on the 40. 3 tackles left. Down the left-hand side with Burton over the 30. They might choose to go for a drop goal soon. Turpin waiting at dummy half over on the left-hand side. Short side left to kick out up towards the 20. Need to yawn again. Sorry, last tackle. Burton puts boot to ball. 20 metres out. Cross field. Montoya bats it back. Collected by Blaise Lange. He stopped about 16 out of his own try line. 14 minutes 50 to go. McLean with the first carry. Spins over the 20. A few extra metres as well. Panthers 25 out from their own line. Right. What have you got, Panthers? What have you got? Kenny, now with Edwards. Stopped just shy of the 30. Pushed back a little bit. 14 and a half to go. It's now with Toto. Stopped on the 30. 2 tackles remaining for the Panthers. Sorry, 3 to go. Kenny up towards the 40. Now it is the last tackle. Tackle count didn't keep up there. Right to Cleary from the 40. Hits the belly of the ball. Could be a tough take here for Tracy. Collects it cleanly enough. 25 out from his own line. Up towards the 30. 14 minutes to go. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. It is now with Jacob Kiraz. Just shy of the 40. Bronson Cherry with a carry just shy of the halfway line. 13 minutes 45 seconds to go. Kick out. On halfway. Gets an offload for Cherry. Now Galvin. Across the Tupanua. Over the halfway line. Still going. Up towards the 40. Look at him go. 13 and a half to go. 2 tackles left for the Bulldogs. And a 6 again. Of course it is. Panthers have been so disappointing today. It's not just that the Bulldogs have been the better team, but the Panthers have actually been really disappointing. It is right to Tupanua. Over the 30. 25 metres out. Turpin. Left to Galvin. Then to Hayes. Over the 20. So inside the red zone. 13 minutes to go. 3 tackles left. Turpin, right to Salmon in centre field. Out the back to Galvin. Doesn't give the ball across. Steps back towards the left. Then with Burton. Spins. Drops on the 10. 2 tackles to go. 12:45 left. Left to Galvin. Then across to kick out. Loses the ball right in front of the try line. Collected by Brian Toto in goal. But that's going to be a knock-on from the Bulldogs. There's been a couple times where they could have applied some decent pressure. But they've just made too many mistakes in this end of the field. The Bulldogs could have really put this game to bed. They really could have done. The scrum for the Panthers. 12 minutes to go. Right to Toto. Stopped on the 10. Down the right-hand side. Plays for Kenny. Short side right to Martin. Steps back inside. Makes a meter. Bulldogs have been very strong defensively today. Much better. Toto with the next carry. Makes an extra 2 or 3 metres there. He's 15 out of his own line. Shifting it left. Now with Cleary. Quick hands to Lange. Across to Jenkins. Cogger's just come on the field as well. Jenkins up towards the 30. 2 tackles to go. 11 and a half to go in this game. It is now with Edwards. Cleary is tackled on the 40. Right to Cogger. Kicks from the 40 on the last. It's coming down on the 20. Kicks have not been good enough from the Panthers. Not been good enough at all. Tracy over the 30 already. 35 out from his own line. Plays for Burton. Now with Montoya up towards the 40. 11 minutes to go. Kiraz with the next one up towards halfway. 4 men in the tackle. Yeah, the Bulldogs need to start thinking about a drop goal here. Martin's gone off again, unfortunately. Salmon over the 40. 2 tackles to go. Just need to set up here. Depends what they'll do on this this play. Pops across to Preston with a break. Support inside. Tupanua. Bulldogs score anyway. Bulldogs score anyway. Mate, they've had so much territory down this end of the field. They kept dropping the ball. But there's been some really easy breaks for the Bulldogs. Preston with another one. Tupanua on his inside. That could be game over. This is going to be 28-16. This could genuinely be game over. Because I don't see the Panthers scoring. I don't see them scoring. They've been shocking in this second half. And the Bulldogs, they've been quite strong defensively, restricting meters. I think that might be it. You never know with the Panthers because they are stacked. Talangi can't make the one-on-one tackle. Preston with the spin. Tupanua on his inside. $190 people here. Howdy, folks. Whee. 9 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this game. Try is confirmed as well. It is in front of the stick, so this will be 28-16 in a second. Right, what's happened to the Panthers today? It's just so typical. This is like the most obvious win of the weekend. It's so typical. I can't get the first game right. Yes, Joe, this would be a shock result. The Bulldogs have been way below standard. The Panthers have been by far and away the best team in the comp, winning by 13 plus every week. They've blown away 4 premiership contenders, like genuine contenders on paper, in the Broncos, Sharks, Roosters and Storm. They've blown them away. And now they're about to lose almost comfortably to the Bulldogs, who have not been hitting their heights from 2025. Bulldogs' record before this, they might have won 1 or 2 games, actually. Kick's also good as well. Bulldogs have won 2, lost 2, and they've had a bye as well. And they've lost 2 in a row going into this. Bulldogs lost 2 in a row going into this. And the Panthers have won 5 in a row by 13 plus. I don't know what's happened today. Bulldogs were up for it. Seraldo has probably game planned quite well for the Panthers, knowing that club pretty well. 9 minutes to go. Is there another twist in the tail? Short kickoff from the Panthers. I think that's a Panthers knock-on. Chin up, Rob. You always said it would not be another team winning. It would be the Panthers playing an off game. Too many errors. I think it's a mix of both. The Panthers have been really poor today, but the Bulldogs have been very energetic. A lot of strong carries. They've made too many mistakes in good attacking positions. They could have applied more pressure later in this game or in the last couple of minutes, but they've now started finding the points, which is good. But I think it's a mixture of the Bulldogs being good, done well to get up the park and restrict meters, and the Panthers have been poor in possession. So 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Kiraz plays it just short of halfway. It's now with Hayes. Still left of centre field. 8 minutes to go. Second tackle. It's with Turpin. Now with Salmon. Couple steps. Just shy of the 40. I really don't know how the Bulldogs have managed this one. 7 minutes 50 to go. Left to Burton, then to Cherry. Up towards the 30. Hayes is sort of limping off at the moment. Burton with a carry over the 20. 25 metres out. Now 20 metres out. Yeah, you would imagine just go for a drop goal. Panthers might not even score once. Galvin with a chip towards the back right. Jenkins goes up. Knocks on. Penalty for the Bulldogs. They'll go for the penalty and that's it. The Panthers have been unbelievably disappointing today. What's the penalty for? Oh, offside. Right, okay. Well, nobody was taken out, so I got a bit confused then for a second, but it was Talangi that picked the ball up off the back of the knock-on. Okay, clock's ticking away. 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go. The Bulldogs will likely make this 30-16. But yeah, everything I said in my prediction, I guess, kind of happened. I literally said this in the predictions video. There are a few things that can help the Bulldogs to win this one. If the Panthers keep producing errors and give away penalties, check. Which means the Bulldogs get better territory for longer. And the Bulldogs need to play up to their expected potential, check. Which they haven't done yet. Now they have. And the Panthers haven't looked like slowing down. Injuries and cards would help the Bulldogs, but you literally can't predict those. There's been an injury for Martin. Did anyone else go off? Martin went off for an injury, but McLean also went off for a sin bin early on. So, I guess I got the prediction right, in a way. To make it 14 points, the kick from Burton is... It's good. It's just good enough. This will be 30 points to 16 with only a few minutes to go. The Bulldogs with the biggest upset in the year so far. Crazy. Right, well, let's hope for 7 out of 8 this week, then. Ashton clears this Jenkins guy. I guess he does now. At this point, I guess he does. 140 people. Hey. 5.5 minutes to go. Looks like they're going short here. And they will. This will make the 10. Montoya goes up, collects it cleanly, comes down on the 40. So 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Bulldogs in possession. So with Tuala, with the first carry, stopped a few metres shy of halfway. Yeah, it'll give a lot of teams a bit of confidence now. The game plan is on display. Obviously, I don't think the Panthers will be this bad every week, but it is evident what teams need to do. They can game plan for it in the future. 40 metres out. Galvin goes right to Preston, up towards a 30. 4 minutes 50 to go. Last tackle. Bulldogs, short side right to Galvin. Chips, just right at the post. Dylan Edwards underneath it. Goes up. Just takes it cleanly enough on the 10. 4 minutes 40 left. Blaise Talangi at dummy half. Now with Jenkins. Takes the carry and he's 15 out from his own line. 4.5 minutes to go. Toto with the next one over the 20. And a few extra metres as well. Plays it on the 30 for Kenny. 3 tackles to go. Left to Cleary. Then to Smith. Talangi, slightly wayward, but bounces nicely enough for Jenkins. Takes it over the 40. 2 tackles to go. McLean now with Cleary. Smith. Cogger shifting it right to Edwards. Over the top. Bounces once, twice. And a knock on from Toto. Panthers have been awful today. They've been awful. Fair play to the Bulldogs. I'll give my assessment once the game's done. But oh my god, that was bad. That was bad from the Panthers' end. That is definitely game over. Well, obviously it was like a few minutes ago as well, but Panthers have been awful today. Could be more points from the Bulldogs here. Three minutes, 18 seconds to go. Tupanua through centre field over the 30. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. 4 tackles to go in centre field with Turpin. Right to Galvin. Switches back to Preston. Up towards the 20. Right of centre field. 3 minutes to go. 3 tackles to go as well. Back towards centre field to Hayward. Takes the carry himself. 15 out in centre field. 2 tackles to go. Turpin left to Salmon, then to Tupanua. Nearly breaks through the line. That's a great carry. 2 metres out in front of the left post. Last tackle. 2 minutes 40 remaining. Out the back to Galvin. Chips towards the back right. Jenkins goes up, knocks it backwards. Collected by Turpin, spins. Try in the corner. They're going to check it. No try given on field. They're going to check it. There's been like 3 big mistakes from Jenkins in the corner under the high ball in the last like 10-15 minutes, and that has kind of contributed to the L a bit, the mistakes from Jenkins. I mean, the whole side, it's not just his fault. I promise you it's not just his fault, and that I'm not trying to single him out. But under the high ball, he's been making a couple of mistakes. 2.5 minutes to go. So it's going to be Panthers ball. There is no try. Any more points in this game either way? Jenkins with the first carry. Just over the 10. Quick play of the ball for Kenny. Right to the Otter. Where's he been? 2 minutes 20 to go. Yeah, no try. There was a knock-on in the contest from the Bulldogs. 20 metres out in centre field. Smith goes left to Cleary. Couple steps over the 30. 35 out from his own line. Papali'i. Then across to Cogger. Edwards. 2 minutes to go. 2 tackles left. Just over the 40. Plays for Kenny. Left to Smith. Flat ball to Papali'i and he knocks on an halfway. 14 errors. Are you taking the piss? Are you having a giggle, son? Jesus Christ. Turpin, now with Salmon. Up towards the 40. 1.5 minutes to go. They might get more points in this game. You never know. It's with Galvin. Left to Burton. Up towards the 40. 8 errors for the Bulldogs. 14 for the Panthers. Tupanua through centre field. 69% completion. That is awful. 1 minute 5 seconds to go. 2 tackles remaining. Tupanua plays it in centre field for Turpin. Penalty for the Bulldogs. And they're going to go for 2. This will be 32-16. They'll run the clock down and this will see out the game. They've already chosen to go for 2. So, 25 seconds to go. The clock is ticking away. They'll likely make it 32-16. This is in front of the sticks. What a major upset. What an insane upset. Burton to add the extras. The kick is good, and that is full time. Folks, Bulldogs 32, Panthers 16. That is the upset of the season. Bulldogs had won 2 and then lost 2 in a row going into this. Panthers have won by massive margins in their opening 5 games. Insane margins. I can't explain that. I can't explain how... Well, I can explain how it's happened. That is insane. What an upset. So these are the results of the Panthers so far this year. 26-0, 26-6, 44, 48-20, 50-10. That's their opening 5. They'd conceded 40 points all year. 40 points in 5 games. That's it. And they've now just conceded 32 in a single game. This is what I said in my predictions video. There are a few things that can help the Bulldogs win this one. And this is what I mentioned before. If the Panthers keep producing errors and give away penalties, 14 errors. I have to check the penalties. So they gave Bulldogs territory for longer periods. Bulldogs need to play up to their expected potential, which they did. They got up the field really well. And restricted meters. The kicks to the corners were great. For the Panthers, the kicks on the last were actually awful. They kept coming down on the 20 or even the 30. Whether it be Cleary, Talangi or Cogger. The kicks on the last were not good enough. So they couldn't pin the Bulldogs back. And the Bulldogs then got up the field. Their kicks to the corners were great. Panthers haven't looked like slowing down, but in possession, they were so clunky. They were actually really, really poor with ball in hand. Really bad. Injuries and cards would help the Bulldogs as well. Martin had to go off at one point, and there was a sin bin early on for McLean. So those things did contribute to the Bulldogs' win, but they played up to their potential. So everything, I basically didn't give the Bulldogs a chance, but everything I said that could give them a chance did happen. So I guess sometimes I do know a little bit of what I'm talking about. Sometimes just a little bit. Not all the time, though, obviously. But the Bulldogs were great in defence. Got up the field really well. Panthers were just abysmal as well. That is the upset of the season. So if they didn't make mistakes, the Panthers might have won. They might have done. They gifted away a lot of territory. Like, a lot of territory. How many penalties did they give away? They got the Dolphins next week. I imagine they'll bounce back against the Dolphins, but you never know. You never know. Let's have a look. 67% completion. You just can't do that. 79% from the Bulldogs, that's fine. Bulldogs had more runs, more meters, more post-contact meters. 7 line breaks, 3. More tackle breaks. Average set distance was higher. Kick return meters was higher. Panthers had quicker play the ball, so that's it. 6 offloads for the Bulldogs. 2 forced dropouts as well. Tackle efficiency was higher. 10 errors for the Bulldogs, 15 for the Panthers. 4 penalties conceded for the Panthers, 6 for the Bulldogs. That was so bad from the Panthers. Right. Upset of the season so far. Yeah, so for streams this weekend, it looks like I might not be able to do the streams tomorrow, actually. I've got a wedding to go to on Saturday. So, just to let you guys know, I've got a wedding to go to on Saturday. So I can't do Saturday. The groom needs some help tomorrow with stuff. But it looks like it'll be around the same time as the streams tomorrow. So I might not be able to do the streams tomorrow. And then on Sunday, it's only at 1 o'clock. And I might not be ready to do that. So this might be the only stream of the weekend. So, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll just have to see how things work out. I'd probably have to miss the Broncos, to be honest. Because that's around the time when he needs help. I'll clarify, but I would say don't expect another stream this weekend. We will have to see, but don't expect anything. All right, then. I do want to say thank you very much for stopping by. We hit about 190 people in here. About 190, roughly. As a peak, maybe more. But if I don't see you for the rest of the weekend, have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you very much for stopping by. Look in the description for all the links to socials and stuff like that. But yeah, have a great weekend. Toodle pip.